Hey guys, it's Rachel and welcome back. We are at the end of February, which means that I'm at the end of my second month of my makeup no-buy for 2019 and my budget for 2019 as well. If you haven't already gone and seen my introduction video to my entire year's worth of makeup no-buys, go ahead, I will link it down below for you. It's also in my playlist. What I've decided to do this year is to only buy replacement makeup, so no makeup, new makeup, unless I have run out of what I'm using. Also, I am deciding to spend $50 every 2 weeks, which is every paycheck that I get, on things that are not makeup. So clothes, hair, basically anything else that I want. So other areas that interest me, that I would like to branch out in, but that I haven't done yet because I buy all my makeup. All my money goes to my makeup, and I would like to save some money and not spend it on that one thing, which I will talk about at the end of the video, what I've learned about myself over these last 2 months. So this is an update on what did I purchase and what did I learn. I have two different things to talk about. The first is, what did I use my budget on? And the second is that this month was my birthday month. I received several gift cards, so I used that to not purchase makeup, but other things, and I will let you know what I bought. So let's start with my budget. I spent my whole first 2 weeks with the $50 that I needed on a humidifier. It is cold here and very dry in Oklahoma, and I needed one for my bedroom. I had one previously, and it was a very cheap one, and it did not work. I had to throw it away. It quit working on me. So I went on Amazon and I invested in a really nice-ish one. I looked it up, looked online, looked at the reviews, and I decided to buy it. I will link that one down below as well, which really does actually help me at night so that I can actually sleep and my nose doesn't get dry, which that's gross, but whatever. So for the second half of February, I didn't end up spending all of my budget, and I didn't end up saving that money in cash for later, which is a part of my rules. I think at this point I might have been a little shopped out, which I think, sometimes happens when... What am I saying? I don't know. What did I spend that money on? Okay, so the first thing that I ended up getting is this book here. If any of you are Game of Thrones fans, this is Fire and Blood, which is a history of the Targaryens and that whole, when they came to Westeros and how they took over Westeros. I have not actually finished the whole Game of Thrones series in books. I think I'm on the third book. I'm reading these simultaneously because this book here, ooh, I'm about to sneeze. This book here is like a prequel, and it doesn't give anything away in the series anyway. And if any of you have read Game of Thrones, you know how meaty the series are. Now, they don't have this in paperback, and so I had to buy it in hardcover, which I prefer paperback, but I don't know why I couldn't wait. I just wanted it. I wanted it to be a part of my collection. I have the rest. And it's actually very interesting. With the Game of Thrones series, I take it very slow, and I'm actually a very avid reader. I can read pretty quickly, but these books are a lot of detail and exposition, and it takes me a long time to get through because there's not a lot of dialogue. So, but I bought that, and then I also went ahead and bought a pack of headbands, and I got these off Amazon. They basically like your regular headband, and then they twist around, so when you have it at the top, it twists. And I got a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have these two, which I think are the same pattern, just different colors. And then I also have this one and this one, which I needed more of these. Doing makeup, bad hair day, whatever. The ones that I have had have bit the dust and they're threadbare, and I just needed them. They were like $10 for a pack of 4 or something like that. So that is all that I bought with my own money. Now, I did explain that it is my birthday month, and I got quite a lot of cash, and I spent it, and I didn't know what I wanted to spend it on. It took me a minute to figure that out. I initially wanted to get a ring light for here, and I decided not to do that. I decided that while I would like a ring light, at this point, my goal this year is to expand my wardrobe and other things. And while a ring light would be nice, and I will eventually get one of those, at this point, I'm not going to yet. So what did I buy? So the first thing that I ended up getting were 2 tops. This one, which you've seen me wear if you've seen other videos. And then I also filmed another video with a pink top with like ruffles on the sleeve. And I got those as well. This one I got from Target, and the other I got from Old Navy. I also got a pair of jeans, which I haven't shown you because I ended up getting them and they need to be altered. So I am in between, and I got them from Old Navy as well. I really like their jeans. They really fit me well. But I am in between a short and a regular. So short is just a little bit too short. I look really funky in that length of jeans. So I ended up getting regular, and I'm going to get them tailored. And I haven't had a chance to do that yet. We have had horrible weather here in Oklahoma lately. I haven't been able to get out and get that done. So I bought the jeans, and I was also waiting until March because of my budget. I don't know how much that's going to end up costing. So I wanted to wait until I had, the $50 for next month to spend. So 2 blouses and pants, which I desperately needed. I also went to Bath & Body Works and got myself a candle. This is key lime pie. So this is very, very strong. I'm sorry I made that face. I love key lime pie. I really, really liked this scent when I bought it. And then I burned it for like half an hour, and it filled up my house for hours. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep burning this candle. I don't regret the purchase, but if I want it, I may just open it and leave it and not burn it, because it is so incredibly strong. And it's a little much, but I like key lime pie. So if I ever want to whiff key lime pie, I've got a resource. Okay. The next thing that I bought are a pair, let me take them off because I have them on. I have a pair of work shoes. These are Champion. I got these at Payless. These are just to walking around shoes, and I also can wear them to work if I need to, for whatever reason, if I'm on my feet all day. They're casual, which my school district is okay with that, but they're not like sneakers, which is something that I had been looking for because I actually have arthritis in my feet. So I can't wear your typical really cutesy lady shoes to work. I can't wear flats, and I can't wear sandals and things like that. It hurts my feet too much. So this was a good investment. I had been needing to get these for a while, and I will more than likely get another pair in other colors along the way. But like I've said a bunch of times, I hadn't bought them for myself yet because I wanted makeup instead. I also bought a pair of brown boots, which I have been looking for a really long time. However, having walked in them several times, I'm not going to even show you because I want to take them back. they crease in a way on my ankle, one ankle, that makes it very uncomfortable. So I don't even know if I can take it back because I think it's on clearance. And I may wear them if we're not going to be walking around a whole lot, my husband and I. But for like all day use at work, there is no way. It hurts too much. It's like I don't even know. It's not even the side with the zipper. It just pinches. It pinches. There's enough room in there for my legs. It's just the way that it wears on my ankle just... And it didn't do that the first few times I wore it. And then I wore them in and now it's a disaster. But they were on clearance, so I'm not crying over it. I didn't spend a whole lot of money on them. So the next thing about were earrings, not the pearls that you see, but the studs in my whole, like, so I have 4 in each, and I have 2, 1 in each cartilage, and then my single holes, and then I have doubles and then triples. And I needed, every once in a while, I get to this point where I start losing earrings because they just get a little loose and they just fall out. And so I needed more. I bought these. These were from Target. Fancy like that. And I also ended up getting a long chain necklace, also from Target. I think this is beautiful. So this, I really like this line of jewelry, actually, and clothes. At Target, they have, I think it's called Universal Thread or something like that. They have these jewelry pieces that are, I guess, they're almost like pewter looking. A lot of their stuff isn't like glossy. It's like a matte, the matte finish, and I really enjoy that. I also had, let's see, this necklace here that I have. That's also from them, and oh, I left the other earrings in another purse, but I also have a turquoise kind of looking earrings that I love. They're my favorite, and that's from the same brand. And I really, really like them. They're great. So I actually did that. I was looking for a goldish colored long chain because I have plenty of silver, but I wanted gold, something that I felt like went better with some of the colors at the tops that I had. Oh, right. I also got a gift card for Ulta from one of my family members who I don't think knew I was going on a makeup no-buy, but that's okay. What I ended up doing was I bought a replacement of my favorite NYX Epic Ink Liner because the other one was running out. And I also bought CeraVe Moisturizing Cream in this little tube. I have this in a humongous tub that I have in my shower, but this is for when I wash my face at the end of the night. This is my moisturizer. And I was like carrying the huge tub there and back and there and back, and I was forgetting it half the time. It was a hassle. So this is only like $4, and I used my gift card for this as well. And then last but not least, I actually spent some money on their fairly cheap brushes. Eye brushes is something that I wanted to actually buy some. I wanted more eye brushes in different sizes so that I could do better eye looks with it. And I ended up getting some Morphe brushes, which I have never tried before. I know that there are probably better brushes out there. These are all right. They're not the best I've ever tried, but they get the job done great. I ended up getting a pencil brush, which is the M431, which I've been putting that off for forever. I knew that it would make my under eye game and I didn't want to do it. Then I got the crease brush, tapered crease brush, which is the M330. And then I got a smaller tapered crease brush, which is the M506. And these are great because I think I have smaller eyes and I needed smaller brushes. And I wasn't finding them in the brushes that I do have, which are like Wet n Wild and e.l.f. and Real Techniques. They didn't make them in the size that I wanted. And didn't have a whole lot to spend, so I went ahead and got these Morphe brushes. And I will let you know over time. I mean, I only used them for the first time today, but I will let you know how I think they fare after I've washed them and put them through the test. I will let you know what I think. So at the end of every monthly video, I talk about what I learned and any revelations that I had throughout this whole no buying budget process. So what did I learn in the month of February? 1, I'm starting to feel a little restless. I'm starting to feel the constraint of not being able to let my horses run free. Because here's what happens when I'm the queen of trying to stave off my own boredom. So if there's nothing on my Netflix that I want to watch, then I will read a book. And then when I get tired of that, I'll watch TV. And then if I get tired of that, I'll do some chores. And then if I get tired of that, and eventually I get to the point where it's like I have nothing else to do, so I'm just going to go shop. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going out just to look around to see what I want to buy. I have purposeful intentions on what I need to purchase. And especially once I've figured out what I needed and purchased it, I almost don't know what to do with myself. And I'm starting to feel a little bit of cabin fever, especially in the last month. The weather here has kept us in. We've had several days off from school, and it's just been very miserable. So you don't want to really go outside in the first place. And I'm almost chomping at the bits here. And I'm having to practice a lot more self-control. And what I normally do when I go shopping is I buy makeup. And I'm not doing that this time. And I'm giving myself a budget for a reason, because if I wasn't allowing myself to buy makeup, I would just switch that over to something else. So I'm kind of sitting here vibrating because I'm so worked up, because my subconscious has been trained to buy things when I get this way, and I'm not, my conscious mind is not letting me do that. Now in my mind, I know that this will pass, and that the best thing for me to do is not to give in to soothe that feeling, because that feeling will always come back. It's, I've got to white knuckle this and kind of make my way through this so I can learn to live with this feeling instead of avoiding this feeling and trying to fill that in. Also, something that I ended up doing was I went to Ulta that went around the corner from my house. I needed that these brushes that I went and got the other day. And I just went and looked around. I was kind of bored, had nothing else to do, and I knew I wasn't going to buy anything. But I wanted to see what was new, because I am thinking about doing a wish list series here on my channel, and I wanted to see in person the things that I had seen online. And I went through and I went all the stuff, excuse me, and I got this feeling in my soul. I specifically saw some of the OG Sweet Peach releases, which I can't really reach my. I have the eyeshadow palette, and I also have Papadone Peach. This is so cute, and oh, it smells delicious. This is my favorite. I know some people hate this peach smell from the original peach line from Too Faced, but I love this. I absolutely love it. And I saw it, and I was in Ulta, and there was the aesthetic going on, and I can remember going to Ulta and purchasing that palette, and it was one of the first few high-end palettes that I bought myself, and I can remember the excitement. It just all came rushing back when you buy something new from the store, and I had this feeling, and it was, I miss being a part of the new release game. Seeing something that has just come out that everybody's talking about, that you want to have and you want to enjoy, and you bring it home and you unbox it and you swatch her for the first time, you do new looks, and you're just so happy. I had a little bit of a moment where I was just like, I miss this. I miss being a part of this new releases community where I'm a part of these little movements that happen when something new is released. And I walked away with the brushes that I had intended. I did not give in. And I can't say I was necessarily proud of myself. But it was weird. And I'm thinking back, because I'm not the only one out there that has these feelings where you know you need to get control of your finances, but you're spending too much money on makeup. And I will not say that I'm addicted, but I sure do act like I'm addicted to makeup. It was like I got high. I don't really know any other way to describe it, but buying a new thing of makeup and a new release and bringing it home, there's nothing else like it, really. And here I am in makeup rehab. So I was sad for myself. I was sad for that feeling, because I love that feeling. I love that feeling. But I need to get control over myself. Anybody else need to get on that bandwagon? So those were my purchases for February and my revelations and what I learned. Here we are about to start March, and spring releases are coming. I've already seen a few, and I have thoughts that I would like to share. We'll see how I do in March. So far, so good. I do know that I am in the next few days going to need a replacement for my, what's it called? Eyeshadow primer. Eyeshadow primer. And I've said my concealer needs to be replaced as well. That thing, when you get down to the bottom of something that you know needs to be replaced, doesn't it last forever? I don't know if I'll buy a new concealer or not, but it's on my list. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe before you leave, and I'll catch you later.